Today, we're breaking down one of the most complex and successful Ukrainian drone operations of the war. This thing unfolded deep inside Russia, and honestly, it plays out less like a battle and more like a high-tech heist. It's an incredible look at modern warfare, a mix of advanced tech and some seriously brilliant deception. Let's get right into it.
First things first, let's just start with the result, $40 million. And that's a conservative estimate of the Russian military assets that just vanished because of this one operation.
And here's the kicker. This wasn't some huge, drawn-out bombing campaign. This entire $40 million loss was the result of a single precision strike that was over and done with in just 15 minutes. So the big question is, how on earth did they pull this off? Well, we're going to walk through the whole thing, step by step. We'll start with the mission itself, then get into the incredible deception they used to fool Russian defenses. After that, we'll see how they blindsided the target at the railway, tally up the $40 million in damage, and finally, talk about what this all means for the future of war.
Okay, so every great plan starts with two things, right? A clear target and the right tools for the job. Let's take a look at what we're dealing with here.
So the target was this massive 38-car military train sitting at Salsk Station. Now, this wasn't just any train. It was packed to the gills with ammunition, fuel, and rockets. Basically, a rolling powder keg that could fuel a major offensive. The weapon of choice? 6 UJ-26 Beaver drones, which are built specifically for these kinds of long-range missions deep behind enemy lines. But, just getting there was going to be the easy part.
And this is where the whole mission goes from being just a simple strike to a genuine work of art. Almost immediately, the drones ran straight into Russia's electronic warfare defenses, which are designed to jam their signals and even hijack them mid-flight.
So how'd the drones just fly right through it? Well, they used a pretty brilliant piece of tech called frequency hopping spread spectrum. The way it works is just genius. The drone's communication signal is constantly jumping between thousands of different radio frequencies every single second. So by the time a Russian jammer could even find the frequency and try to lock on, poof, the drone's signal's already somewhere else. It makes jamming them basically impossible.
With their communications totally secure, the team split the 6 drones into 2 groups. It's a classic two-pronged attack. The northern group took a direct, high, and very obvious route. They wanted to be seen. Their job was to act as a decoy and pull all the attention of the Russian air defense. Meanwhile, the southern group, the real attack force, dropped down low, using river valleys and even the curvature of the earth to stay hidden from radar.
But here's the thing. That decoy group wasn't just a distraction. No way! It had its own incredibly important mission. Take out the Olavsky Power substation. And you have to understand, this one substation powered the entire air defense network protecting the main target at Salsk. The plan wasn't just to distract the enemy, it was to literally turn out the lights.
And the way they did it was just beautiful. The lead drone pops up to about 300 meters, basically waving its arms and screaming, "Here I am!" It draws all the fire from the anti-aircraft guns. As the gunners are tracking it, the drone does a sudden barrel roll, completely throwing off their aim. And while they're all looking up and confused, the other 2 drones sneak in low from completely different directions. Then all 3 converge at the exact same moment and boom, they destroy the transformer, setting off a massive cascading power failure across the whole area.
So, the power grid is down, the air defense network is completely in chaos, and the stage is now set for the main events. This is the moment the Southern Attack Group has been waiting for. I mean, just look at this timing. It is absolutely perfect. At 2:26 in the morning, the substation goes down. Just 4 minutes later, the southern drones arrive over the target, timed perfectly to coincide with the crew's shift change for the local air defense unit, a known window of vulnerability. By 2:33, the main air defense system there, a Panzer S-1, is basically blind because its early warning radars are offline.
That power outage created total chaos. The Panzer system itself was running on reduced power, so its hydraulics were sluggish. The gunner actually managed to fire 1 missile, but because of the unstable power, its radio command link failed. The missile went dead. As it did, the drones just scattered, and just like that, a $15 million state-of-the-art air defense system was rendered completely useless without anyone laying a finger on it.
So, the last line of defense is gone. The path to the train is wide open. This is the moment where all that planning, all that deception and precision finally pays off.
And the attack on the train itself was surgical. It was a 3-step takedown. Step 1. The first drone hits the locomotive's engine with a shaped charge, immobilizing the entire train. It's not going anywhere. Step 2. The second drone slams into a fuel car upwind so that all the burning diesel starts flowing down the tracks toward the rest of the train. And then, Step 3. The final drone hits a car right in the middle that's packed with ammunition, guaranteeing a massive, catastrophic chain reaction.
And that brings us right back to where we started. When you start adding it all up,
the neutralized $15 million Panzer, the multi-million-dollar transformer, the locomotive, the train cars, and of course the incredible value of all that fuel and ammo, you get well past $40 million in total losses, all from a handful of drones in one perfectly planned operation.
So, what do we take away from a strike like this? I mean, what does it really mean? Because it's obviously more than just one successful mission.
You know, this quote from the source material really just nails it. The Salsk Station strike wasn't about overwhelming numbers or brute force. It was a victory won with intelligence, with timing, with electronic resilience, and with layers upon layers of tactical deception. It is a perfect case study for where warfare is today.
And that really leaves us with a pretty critical question to think about. This whole operation, this whole high-tech heist, was pulled off by just a few remotely piloted machines. So if this is what's possible today, you really have to stop and wonder, what in the world does the battlefield of tomorrow actually look like?